Are you ready? Well, it's not telling me that I'm on. Look,
You are.
it's not. Hi, everyone. Welcome to see Hag Pearls, y'all. Thanks for being here. Oh my gosh, he did it to me again. I never know if I should believe him or not. He's not very consistent in his orders when he barks them out to me. So, hello. What do we have in here? Listen, nobody bid on that couch auction, which is fine. I'll table it to another show. It's not even a problem. Hi, Jody. How are you? Hey, Michelle. Hey, Lala. I hope you're doing better, sweetheart. Hi, Diane. How's everyone doing? Listen, I want to start doing, and this is a perfect time to do it because I don't have any pre-orders, which is again, it's totally fine. The first 30 minutes or so, I'm trying to wait for my big one to charge up because I thought it was and it's not. So I have, hi Nancy, I have my little phone down here. Han's better today. He I gotta well, okay, let me just tell you real quick. I'm thinking of from 7. Look at my hair is so jacked up. I'm trying to let it grow back out again. So I'm in between. And it's raining here today, so it's kind of just it's everywhere. So it is what it is. I'm grateful I have it, and that's just the way it is. So for the first half hour, from 7 to 7:30, I wanted to do roses and thorns, and just have everybody share a little. I'll probably share a lot because I like to talk. And just share with you because I do have good news that I wanted to share with you guys tonight, but I realize I'm not the most important person in this world, and you guys matter to me, and I want you to be able to have a place that you can come and share the joy. I mean, joy is only as good as, to feel it, to be able to share it is another thing. It for me, that's just how I am. So, hopefully y'all are on board with that, and we can just sit and chill for the first half hour or so while we get more orders. And I think I want to do that for each show. I do, and I have to keep my mouth buttoned. I had been working on a new product line for the last, oh my gosh, 4 months I've been thinking about it. So it's finally coming to fruition. I'm looking at a target date of June 1st. I started with the name and went from there. So I'm super stoked, super excited. It may be before June 1st. That's my target date. However, if I get all my ducks in a row and get everything done, I will never leave Pearls. Pearls will still be a part of this show. But there's a few things that I really feel strongly about, and I felt like I need to do this. And it's do it now or never. And so that's coming up, and that's super exciting. But so just know that, and just know you have no idea. For the last couple of months, and little Hay on here, poor guy, he don't know. You're gonna know now. All he knows is I came home the other day. I'm like, you're stuck with me for a little while longer. And he's like, what? And for the last couple of months, I've had some health issues going on as well. I've been poked and prodded and biopsied and MRI'd and ultrasounded, and I got one more, but it's not really a big deal. The doctor's really not concerned. It's just a precaution. It's just one of those things that we can just check off the list. Where I went in with one issue, a condition, something that was happening with me, and they found, through that ultrasound, they found a cyst on my kidney. So then I had to go back for an MRI, and they're not concerned about it. It's I guess these masses on your kidneys, they'll come and go because of just basically what the kidney does and absorbing and all that kind of stuff. So it was nowhere to be seen the next time. But all my women parts are A-OK, no endometriosis, no, I went through menopause 6 years ago. Very early age. I was 46, the same age as sister when she passed. So when all this started happening, things that were happening. I haven't happened in 6 years, and I'm not going to go into that. Y'all, a bunch of ladies, you know what I'm talking about. So, um, so that happened, and what we surmised, because back when it started in February. That was my point where I started to like genuinely grieve for myself for the loss of my sister, because after, like, the week after, it was Thanksgiving, then it was Christmas, and then it was her birthday, and then her son's birthday. Not to mention, a couple of days later was actually her husband's birthday. So, my boys flew in, and it's just a matter of, like, I, being who I am, I wanted to make sure everyone in the family was okay and taking care of things and trying to keep my wits about me. And I finally got to that point in like February or so where I was trying to like cope with it and deal with it, and that is what created what was happening with my lady parts. Because there's no cervical cancer, there's no uterine cancer. So I got a clean bill of health. I got my papers up there. It seems like everybody wants to show their medical papers lately. I'm not going to show them to you. Just trust I have them. They're upstairs. The doctor highlighted them. I absolutely love my OBGYN, ladies. Please, I'm the worst one. Sister was too, about going to your OBGYN and getting that yearly checkup and getting your pap smear. And we really need to do that. And I've committed to, at least going, once a year like I'm supposed to, because I hadn't done it. Sister hadn't done it. And I found a new OBGYN. She's a little Irish lady. Her name is O'Flynn. You can't get more Irish than that. She's about 4.5 foot tall, about 90 pounds, tiny little thing, full of fire. She's a little firecracker. She delivers babies and everything. And she's the world's best hugger. For a doctor to be able to, who does as much as she does, and to be able to just grab a hold of a patient who's just a mess in there, and comfort me and make me feel reassured that everything has been checked and everything is fine. You cannot put a price tag on that. I gotta tell you. So it's been an interesting last couple of months, and like I was really, of course, I'm always going to go to the bad. It's like, in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm going to die. What am I going to do? So that's when my crocheting really took off, because I have to find constructive ways of dealing with things. Like, I don't drink, so like I can, and like I know that, but I choose not to because I know where it's going to lead me, and it's not a good place. I'd end up dead, if I did that. So I don't do that. So hence, that's why we have the apps, the all-purpose pads, the scrubbers. You can use them for anything you want. I have just so many things I would love to show you guys, but I know you don't want to be bored with that. That's not why you're here for. I did manage to make a poncho and a matching hat with a little flower on it for sister's niece, great niece, the one that she had talked about. Her niece was pregnant, and then she had a little girl, and it was her first birthday, and they invited me back. We were there Thanksgiving, and then Christmas was just too much. But I went to her first birthday party, and I had like stressed over making this thing. I didn't know if it was going to fit. I didn't know if it was the right color for her. And I got to tell you, I'll share a picture in the private page, because I don't want. She's a 1-year-old, and people are just sick. So I'll share it in there and let you guys see it, because I'm pretty proud of it. It's like, I've never made anything like that because I have boys. Why would I even want to do that, So it just fits her perfect. Absolutely. And when you don't have anything to compare it to, like size-wise, it's like, ugh. I was so nervous about it. I made her a little purse, because they go to the beach a lot with their, take their dog down. It's a dog beach. So it's a little purse and a little starfish. Like, I had so much fun doing it, and I really felt blessed to be able to be there and share that time and present her with something that I made from the heart. So that made me feel good. But now, hey, I'm with robotics. Okay, first of all, the child came home. I say child because he's always going to be a baby by me. He came home from work. He's been working at a local hospital that's been taken over by another company. So they have 3 different IT places that are trying to like coordinate. Anyhow, hey, on to the rescue, right? He's working with his IT company. And and I hate to say this, but it's true. A hospital, if you're not sick when you go in there, you're going to come out sick. It's just full of germs. So he came home, and within like half an hour, he just jumped up and first he yelled "bucket," and I thought he said something else. Not that my child says it because he's not allowed to say. I slip and say it, but he's not allowed to say it.
Yeah, you slip.
So I yelled at him and I said, "Did you say?" And I said it. And he's like, poor thing, he could barely answer. And he just yelled, he said "bucket" again. And it still didn't connect because in my head, and I'm like, what are you, like, what are you doing? And then I hear him because like we have a half bath right off of the family room and that's where he was. And I heard it was like Niagara Falls coming out.
Comments.
What?
I'm just looking at the comments.
What? Oh. So it was awful. And I'm like, and this is like him and my second, my middle son have great, like an immunity system, very strong, no problems at all. Like they rarely got sick. And if they did, you knew it was like serious business. He was burning up with a fever. He slept on a couch out there because you know when they're sick, you stay out on the couch. You get couch roll, stay in there. He was sick all night, burning up with a fever. Now, that was yesterday. He didn't eat anything. And then today, me and his dad told him, you're not going to school and you're not going to go to work either. He's like, but I feel better. I'm like, if you can't hold down like a meal, you don't belong out there because you haven't eaten, you're still weak, and you don't need to be driving. So he's home. He's home, but he's okay. You know what I mean? Like he's not 100%, but he's better than he was. The puking has stopped, which we are also appreciative of. I went in, I used the remainder of the bleach that I had. I bleached out that bathroom, wiped the couch down. You got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? I can't get sick. Mr. Argyle just started night shift tonight. Tonight? No, last night. He started the outage, so he's working night shift. And, I stayed up with Hayon. I slept in, that big old chair that's too big for me that Mr. Argyle bought me for Christmas, but it was really for him, not really for me, but it was a gift. So, yeah. So I slept in it, which was actually nice because it is so big. I just, like, pushed it back, and it was actually more comfortable than my bed, I think. But, yeah. So, I don't see anybody's comments, honey. Do you? I don't see comments.
Last time I see you saying Billy.
Yeah, she said haha, right? Mm-hmm. So what was you laughing at? What comment?
The bucket.
Oh. I swear that's what I heard. I didn't hear bucket. I did not hear bucket, and I apologize. And I should have known better, but that's my first reaction. It was that. But, yeah, so robotics, he is still involved. He, like, this year, he's more like the mentor. He's, like, trying to, like, turn over the reins to, like, this other kid who's going to be taking over because Noah's a senior this year, and, he's trying to groom this other kid. But you want to talk about that?
Not really.
Not really? Okay. He's doing okay. Is the picture paused? And somebody's probably reporting it. This whole Pearl world is just, like... In the last couple of weeks, I gotta tell you, it's like insane. It's crazy. Do you think we need to start again, honey? No? Alright, he's gonna try and do something over there, so. Alright, I'm gonna call it quits on the auction, but I want to give you a warning first. Is this not plugged in? I don't see Twink yet either. Hi, Heather. Twink, are you here? Look, I'm like, I don't like putting it like this. They're all saying it's jumping for them. Heather, just because they're being, nasty. There's been a lot of that going on. The candle. People just reporting just to make, like, I don't know how, like, they can legit get away with doing it because we're not doing anything wrong. And I banned that word, so I can't use the word of the kind of people who do it. So, hi, Twain. Oh, thanks, Heather. Listen, we try to keep it clean. We try to keep it upbeat. But listen, that's enough about me. Now we're with roses and thorns. A rose is a good thing that's happened to you. So my good thing was my doctor's appointment. I'll tell you later on. I'll tell you because I know you don't want to hear me like flapping my lips the whole time. But after I left the doctor's office, I decided I wanted to celebrate. So I stopped at the Cracker Barrel because they have the best little craft section and all that. And I met this woman in there, and I never pass up a chance to talk to somebody. I mean, as long as that I like. Anyhow, it was crazy. It was a really crazy meeting. I added her to my Facebook. I don't know if she's gonna, respond back to me. That's true, Diane. That's true. But yeah. So like, I had like a wonderful experience. I do this all the time. I like to talk to people. I like to engage. I like meeting people. So I'll save that story for another time. So that was my rose. Was I had good news after being like, I feel like I've been drugged back and forth to hell a couple of times in the last couple of months. But oh, wonderful, Heather. That's so nice. I'm glad. I'm glad. So, and then the thorn is, of course, something bad that's happened, something that you're not feeling good about. Um, so we'll start with roses. Like, who wants to share? Tell me something good. You know what? No, because you know what? This is how I do. In real life, like if my husband says you want the good news or bad news, I always say I want the bad news first. It's just like when you meet people, you want to like leave them better than you met them. So I always want the bad news first and then follow it up with the good so I can at least walk away feeling a little bit better about the bad. So something bad, and like I'm not going to offer it because right on top of my tip of my tongue is something, and I just don't want to go there right now. So oh, thanks, Nancy. See, that's what I mean. And and it's not to sit and bellyache and moan. It's not that even when we're talking about the thorns. It's just sometimes people need somebody, sometimes just taking it out of your head and putting it down, whether it's on paper or you're typing it. Um, it's actually therapeutic. So yeah, Heather, it's been and it's not over. I mean, every day is different. Every single day is different. But I have been inspired with this new line. So, for me, that's part of my healing process. No, 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 Heather, it's okay. I've shed plenty of tears on here and off here. And I don't like doing that, but it is what it is. And my tears are just the love that I have for a part of me that will never walk this earth again. So she's with me right in here every day. Every day. So, who has something that's just really bothering you? Something that just really makes you angry or upset? Throw them out there. Let's try it. Thank you so much, Heather. Thank you. Not a good last few days for Twink. Mind thoughts acting up, and I never felt so alone. There you go. I got started. Twink, you know, I wish you were here. Listen, I promise if you make it here, I won't put you in the pantry. I'm here, and let me tell you something, Carolyn and Twink, and I've said it many times in the past, and I meant it. Like, I wouldn't be here right now if it weren't for those two wonderful ladies because they pushed me, they kept me going, they encouraged me, and I feel like I let them down as a friend. Oh my gosh. She is with us, Heather. Diane, my cat may have a heart condition and is having tests. Hold on 1 second. So no money for a while. Oh, Diane, please don't ever worry about buying. You take care of your cat. Listen, our cats, our dogs are like family. I get that. I hope your kitty is. I hope he doesn't have or she doesn't have a heart condition and that it's something simple that can be taken care of. Joni, I'm so sorry. Joni says I just lost a friend who was like a daughter to me. So sorry, sweetheart. It's hard. It's hard. You know what? Life is always, and sister and I both said this before, life, it's peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys. Sometimes you just feel like you're never going to get out of that valley, and you take it a day at a time. You wake up each day, you shoot for the peak, and you may end up in the valley down below, but you know. Oh, Twink, that means a lot. Twink's a little spitfire. Sometimes she would just like lash, and she'd be like, "I didn't mean for that to sound bad," you know. And I'm like, "No, no, seriously. Like my feelings don't get hurt that easily, and I would rather somebody be honest with me and tell me, than to tell me a lie and then like lead me, you know, down a road thinking that I am right and I'm not." Fingers crossed for you, Diane. We're dealing out well, you know, Rocky, our little rescue. He's 16. Oh my gosh, he's doing this coughing thing and it's getting worse. And, you know, at his age. And then he like jumps up and he's like galloping, you know, like a horse, like a little puppy. I don't know if he's got Alzheimer's. I don't know what's going on with him. But at 16 years old, you know, I'm not putting him. I'm not taking him for any tests. I don't believe in that. Um, so he, you know, whatever happens, happens. He's still happy. He's not in any pain. But I don't believe in poking and prodding unnecessarily. The part I'm having trouble with is that she died in a fire. She was 46. That's how old sister was. Oh, for heaven's sake, Junie, I'm so sorry. Twank, that's what friends are for. It's totally okay. True friends are here for the good and bad. And honestly, you guys have been here for probably the worst part of my, even as shitty as my life has been in the past. And I'm talking about prior to Mr. Argyle. All this influential years were influenced in a very negative way. But this was by far, losing my sister was by far the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Losing someone you love, so hard. And we grieve, you know, for them, and everybody does it differently. I've always been an advocate of saying, you know, it's not, there's no right or wrong way. There's no time limit. I can be going along a regular normal day, having a wonderful day, and just cry. And then, you know, I pick myself up and keep it moving, like sister would say. I hear her voice, and then people probably think I'm crazy. But I do. Martine, my dog hasn't been very well. My partner has been diagnosed with Crohn's and now has to have hysteroscopy done. Thinks she may have a rare condition and been waiting 3 years to find out. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Listen, when you guys, I don't want to have to like say it all the time, You all know. You know me. You've been around here long enough. You get it. You know, if someone needs prayers, extend them out. The good Lord, that's right, Lufu. How you doing, sweetheart? Not a problem. You have a great night at work, and we're just going to be hanging out here for a little while. Twink, that's what I say. I always told Twink that, and still we rise, despite everything. And Diane, you're right, because I've gotten amazing, supportive, encouragement from a lot of you, like in private messages and tagging me in different things. Hi, Christy Fisher. And it goes a long way. A kind word goes a long way. But I've just really been in this like funk for a couple of months now. And again, it was I'd started doing what I felt I needed to do, which was process all of these the loss and the love and what do I do with this. And then it went right into like this condition that I was having, and then all the testing, and every week it was a different test and blood test, and oh my gosh. And I'm just so grateful that part is over. I feel like I have a new lease on life, and I'm going to push forward and live life. You know what I mean? Like I was before. Don't get I'm not like depressed in that way. I'm just really missing my best friend. So all right, so this auction on the shoes. What time is it now? Hang on.
7:34.
7:34. At 7:45, that will be the last bid at 7:45. And I'm gonna we'll call it.
June L. Clark.
Yes. Okay, good. Let's go on to happy news. Did you guys like that? Like, I just feel like it's therapeutic. You know what I mean? Just like get it out there. Sometimes, like, I lost my best friend, and like I told sister everything. Like, there was no secrets between us. Like, we, good, bad, or indifferent, we shared everything. And like, I miss that. But and I know I'm not alone in that. I know there's others, that don't have somebody just to vent to throw that out and just say, you know what? Life's crappy. This is what, what's ailing me right now, and let's bucket.
Make that your segment.
Yeah, bucket list, which I'm redoing mine. And my the new product line is definitely one of those. So Joni says my happy news, her rose, is I've gotten to spend the past week with my two grandsons while their parents are in Florida for his work. That's fabulous. I'm so envious. I cannot wait until I can spend time with grandchildren. Are you kidding me? Joni, I know you're enjoying that. Listen, bless your heart, Diane. Jackie Barham. Hi, all. My daughter got married a couple of weeks ago and looked lovely. And my brother just had twins on my first grandson's birthday. You've got a whole lot of celebrating there. Oh my gosh. I love babies. I love babies. And I love senior citizens. I love the old people. And it's funny because like I'm a hot and cold, black and white. Like I want that hot. Somebody had a recipe for it. A hot like waffle, them Belgian waffles, and you put your strawberries on there with ice cream, and it melts. It's that cold and hot mix. Like I'm just so much like that. And why did I say that? Why did I say that, Hannah?
I don't know.
Oh, so the irony in it is like babies are like they know nothing, or like toddlers, like they know nothing. So like it's so like seeing life through their eyes is like an exciting thing.
It's like you're inventing the wheel.
Yeah, it's like and then they look at you with amazement and like, wow, you're smart. I just found out I was smarter than I thought I was today. But I'm going to wait until Mr. Argyle is not working, and we'll come live, and we're gonna have a little thing. It was so funny. It was a great discussion, slash debate, but not really. But it was really cool. But and then with our senior citizens, ones who have lived through a lot more than I have, they have so much knowledge and experience, and I love to listen to that because listen, I don't have all the answers. I wish I did. I'm just one of those people. I'm always craving answers and craving knowledge. So to be able to sit and listen to their stories and like tell me things like how things used to be or how things work, I love it. So those two groups of people are just amazing to me. Like they just ring my bell. So babies and old folks. Yep. Yep. They put a smile on grandma when nobody else can. Oh, it's so precious. Twink, I saw. Yeah, the news. Twink wasn't aware of it, but apparently she had fake boobs. Nancy Braden, good for you, sweetheart. She has red hair and real boobs. There you go. They was 6 weeks early, 3 pounds. Wow, Jackie. That's fabulous. 3 pounds, so like 3.5, and then like 4.5 almost. Listen, that poor woman, that was carrying around a lot of baby. That was a lot of baby. So tell me when it's 7:45, honey, because I'll call it for the auction.
7:39.
So she had what, let's just say 3.5, 4.5. Listen. No. 7. So that's like 8 pounds. That's a good. But to have two of them that are not really always agreeing on like what they want to do in there. Oh my gosh, my kids were like rolling all over. It was like something from the movie Alien. You could see their stomach in there. Congratulations, Jackie. I wish them all well. Bless her heart, she had them natural. That's the way to go. I do. Oh my gosh. Yeah, use them. Think 4 and
get your map out.
Yeah, I can get my map out. So here's 4.5, and then I add a half to that's 5, and then 3 is 8. Around 8. Oh my gosh, Jackie! No, they were breech. Oh, all right. So this? Is your daughter? Hold on, I gotta go back. I gotta know your daughter. Bless her heart. They were born feet first. That's what breech means. They came out feet first. You know what that's like? That was a water slide. Oh my gosh. Hi, Sarah. 1 minute between. So, are they girls or boys or one of each? Yeah, Miss. I have to agree. God bless her. Woo! Oh my goodness. How special, though. I was always afraid after I had Zach.
So I can see what fixing is lag from, but you'll pop offline for a little bit. Like you'll show offline for a second.
Like a pause, like a video interrupted.
Yeah, like that. It'll just be offline for a second. It won't restart or anything.
Okay, y'all, hold on just 1 minute. He's going to try and fix it.
You're still live. Don't
oh, okay. Oh, bless her heart. Them boys was ready to rock and roll. Archie and Reggie. I like that.
Alright, give me 1 second.
Alright, 1 second. Hold on. There's nothing wrong with Reggie, but Archie's a nice man. I like that. Am I back? Are we okay, guys? Is my picture still jumping?
Showing you okay on my side.
It's showing okay over there. They are cool names. No, he's like, yeah, I thought it was a water slide. Feet first. Oh my goodness. That lady, your daughter deserves a trophy. Hmm. Okay, they said it's good.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So Joni's spent the week with her grandsons. Twink had a fake boob job. Nancy, her boobs are real and she has red hair. Jackie has 2 new grandsons. Wait a minute, so you've got 3 grandchildren all on the same birthday. They were born on your your grandchild's birthday. So you've got 3 of them in one day. That's going to be fun. So Jackie had new babies. And Diane, I'm sorry I missed it. Must have flew up there. Have been able to spend time with my beautiful granddaughter while not having to do school runs this week and next. Oh, so y'all are killing me with the grandchildren. I did mention it to my son last week. And he's like, 2 more years. I'm like, we're gonna have to get another dog. We're gonna have to get another puppy. Hi, Sal. Hope you're well, Sal. We were just spending a little bit of time doing roses and thorns. We're going to start doing it for like the first half hour of the shows. We'll see how it goes.
All right, 1 more minute.
1 more minute, he said. For what?
You asked me to tell you when it's 7:45.
Yeah, but you also told me 1 minute when you were fixing the video, so I need you to clarify. Like, are you going to redo it again?
No.
Okay. Listen, I'm just trying to keep up.
All right, now it's 7:45.
All right, can you check? I can't, honey. Can you check and see who won the auction? I know, Joni, I can't wait. Listen, I've got baby patterns up there for everything. For crocheting. Nancy, what's the highest bid? I don't know. Yeah, hang on, she's checking on it. I was a breech baby. Back then, they twisted me around with forceps and yanked me out. Yeah, that's what they did. They used to do that. Because they didn't know. I mean, that was what they did for it. Hey, are you working on that?
Yeah. Christy Fisher won it at $120.
Christy Fisher?
Yeah.
Okay, Christy! Now, let me get a happier one. Congratulations. Huh?
What about that cowbell?
Where's the cowbell? The clam bell.
Yeah,
I gotta bring the clam bell
I
back.
don't know where that.
Christy Fisher. Won, and it was 120, sweetheart. Oh, congratulations, Christy. I'm sure sister would have been happy either with you or Flossie. It would have been an amazing thing. Let me just grab them. Don't laugh at my pants. They're black and white checkers. He's like Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. So these are your... Okay, Journey. These are the boots. Made at the hands of the Hag. And I am not going to even try to say it like she does, because... But they're beautiful. And they're all yours, Chrissy. I'll package them up real nice and neat. Can you put a thing under auctions for Christy, please? Yeah, she had a size 5.5. Maybe a 6. Like if it was something she was going to wear, socks. These may be a 6. Like her normal size was 5.5.
Pick the bottom.
But these were like tan boots, and she just sat over there and painted away.
Beautiful design though.
It is.
Like all the backs of it and everything.
Yeah, she made this little curl thing and yep. They don't. The pictures don't do them any justice. I mean, like they're just, and it's a piece of her, you know, very very creative, and they're just really special. And I'm glad that Christy Fisher was one of her co-workers. She's another RN, and so I'm sure these boots will be very satisfied and very happy to reside with Christy. Yeah, you know what, Lala? There's just so much. I mean, there's so much, and you know, there's a lot, and I just don't have it. And I don't want to like. I don't want. I would never throw anything away, but I also don't have anywhere to put any of it, and I'd rather sell it to somebody out of respect for sister. You know what I mean? Like to be respectful of it. For me, that's being more respectful of her and her things than it is to put it in a box and just shove it away. We all of us in the family have things that, you know, not worth a whole lot because they don't have to be. But it's the sentimental value, you know. She did listen, and her husband is like the closets is like Sherry. She's got clothes in there with tags she never took out, she never wore. She was tiny, so like there's just so much. But if you walked up and knocked on her door, she'd be in sweatpants and a t-shirt. So, you know. But she always shot the sale. You know how she was about a bargain. So that's under auctions here. Christy Fisher. There you have it. I'm like thirsty. So tonight, oh, twin. That's nice. So I have, just to let you guys know, it's not a rush. If I don't open an oyster all the entire time that I'm on here, I'm still okay with that. But to let you know, you'll notice that the shop has been decreasing as I'm going through things and preparing for this next venture. So I have the $10 Hag Poppers. Oysters are $9.99. You know, sister liked the bargain, and she was always the 90. You know, the 99 on the end. I have two of the $100 envelopes, and I added the Shellisy. I forgot to write that down. Shellisy. There's the 3 beautiful shells that are painted. You don't get the shell. I'm not ready to depart with them yet. And inside, so you have 3. One of them has a dozen pearls, which is 12. One has a baker's dozen, which is 13. And then the other one has a 30 pearl oyster. So, honestly, I don't know. I wrote down the 3 tags. I turned them upside down, and I just shoved them in. I have no idea what is in each one. So, if you're looking to up your pearl game, and that's the way to go, and actually the best deal. I mean, as far as per pearl, you're going to make out well. So we do have that. I think I put that at 75 or 100. I can't remember. Also, while I'm here, and this is another reason I wanted to do this, because, you know, I need to do this. Those of you who purchased the counting carrots / carrots and the jiggly doos, remember I put your names in here and I was going to pull a winner for your choice of one of the two primitive items that are Easter. I'm going to pull that one tonight. Not all of them sold, so I'm only going to pull one name because they cost me money. So I just wanted to let you know these are the names that I have in here: Michelle, Nancy, Patricia. I haven't seen Patricia. Michelle again, Patricia again, and Bart. So, we will find out. Like I was saying earlier, like I'm set in my mind. My goal is to launch June 1st. If I'm able to get all the things that I need done prior to that, I may do a pre-launch of it. I will let you guys know. I really I took a lot of things into consideration on selecting what it was that I wanted to present and how I want to present it. So I just need, for me, I need to feel comfortable with it so that I can, like, you know, lay it out much better than what I have here. You know, I do, you know, this was always something that sister and I did together, and we worked like a well-oiled machine, you know what I mean? Like, I took care of my end of it, she was the face, she was the one that sat here and did this, and I took care of everything else. And I love doing that. I like the research part of it, the creating things. Like, she was crafty and did her thing. She's very, very good at it. Nobody will ever in this world match what she did as a sea hag. That's just my personal feeling. But that was a venture that her and I traveled together, and it was an expression of our love together. So in the process of me trying to mourn her loss, as well as try to find my way in this world without her, this is something that I am doing. This product line is something that I'm doing to, how do I put it? Tribute. Look at you. I love you. It's a tribute to my sister. And it's my path. So, like, and don't make, it's not anything weird. It's, you know, it's very practical stuff. Good quality. That's what I'm working on now, is the quality control. I'll know more of a confirmation next week. I'll probably finalize that part. But it's so exciting. I gotta tell you, with the news that I got the other day, it re-energized me, and like I said, just made me feel like I have a new lease on life, and I'm not going to waste it. But I cannot move forward without her. So this is my way of still carrying her in my heart, in my life, and keeping her alive with me. I don't know. I just know it's something that I need to do. I felt driven to do. In my selections, I always have her in my head. So it's super exciting. It's different things that I have not seen in these Pearl shows. So therefore, I don't want to throw it out there yet. I'm pretty proud of it, I gotta say. And I hope that it's reflective of my love for her. So, and I guess that's the ultimate, you know, the result I'm looking for. To show she knows how to wear. Yeah. Listen, she's always going to be a part. And you know, I still say we. I still say we. And I'm not crazy. I'm not, you know. The we is I feel like I still speak for her and I, because this wouldn't be without her. So when you hear me say we, or we're going to offer this, or, I type post, and the we, I never forget her. I never forget her. And I hope I never get to that point where it's I, because I'm not an I kind of person. I'm just not. So it's a we, and I'm still going to do this life with her, but just in a different way. You're right, Sal. And when it finally came together, and actually it was when I was having a private conversation with Twink and Carolyn, I threw out an idea, and for me, and again, when it all comes out, you guys, I'll be able to explain it better, but it all came together. And then later on that day, other things. And then the next day, there was something else. I haven't taken it because, I like to brainstorm. I like to come up with a lot of ideas. I like to write them all down, and then it's the process of elimination. And I don't do that right away. I wait for a couple of days. I go back to it. I just want to make sure I still feel the same way instead of just being excited, at first about it. I let a little bit of time go by. I go back to it. I reconsider. Some of them didn't make the cut. The ones that did, I feel very strongly about, and I know she would be happy with. Like, and that's my gauge. That's so I'm hoping that she's what I think is she's inspiring me. Based on our conversations, I know that she would want me to do something of this. I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, it's exciting. All right, so listen. I want to pick a person on here who is going to win. Hey, you want to reach your hand in here? I don't want to be responsible. Hang on. All right, he's going to come over here. I told you the names that are in here. I'm going to let him pick. And I will be getting a new one of these. Patricia! Patricia St. Clair! Listen, Patricia is so lucky here. Patricia St. Clair. Listen, Patricia, I haven't seen her. I'll wait and see if maybe she pops up. Patricia. So she's going to get her choice of that cute chick or the bunny. Easter. So congratulations. And if she's not here, I want to at least show. Whoop. So she has her choice. This is so stinking cute. I got these at the Primitive store. Look at that the little feather. I'm like obsessed. You all know I'm obsessed with the chick. Look at his little hair. Sister would have loved him. For the same reason that I bought them. And then here, and I like this too, I gotta tell you this. It's called a chocolate bunny. It's not chocolate, it's stuffed. And it's got a beautiful little print on it. I don't know if you can see that print. Isn't that cute? Cute, cute, cute. So Patricia gets to pick one. Oh, wait a minute, Diane. Diane's in. Sorry, we can go in there and love you. All right, Diane, love you. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out with us. Sal says it's hard for you as well because you have all of us who feel a loss. But turn to you who have a bigger loss. You will get there. That balance will come. It will. It'll come. And I gotta tell you, even as I know the bunny's just stinking cute. There was a time and I didn't say anything, and I'm not complaining because I don't want it to make it sound like that. But like I respect and I love the fact that you guys reached out to me, and like I appreciate you expressing your love for my sister. It was hard. I just felt like I had to like hold everybody together, and that's when I did, and I did that honestly and genuinely from my heart. I did it for my family, for hers, and the whole biological parents issue. Dealt with all that. I did what she wanted me to do in that regard. I did. I would have done anything for her, anything. Um, but you guys kept me going. You really did. You put up with me on my down and depressed nights, and when I'm sure you knew I probably didn't feel like being here, but you know what? Part of living life is just showing up. Sometimes you just have to make a commitment to yourself. Just show up, and then the rest will come. Just come what may. I gotta tell you, when Mr. Argyle and Hayon were away, when he was on his senior trip in Florida, and then went right to so it was a week, without him. I binged watch, Game of Thrones, which I'm still only through half of season 5. Hi, Dave W. How are you, honey? But that week really helped me. My sister always wanted me to watch it. Always told me, you gotta watch it, and I never did. So it's kind of like, here by myself with the dogs, and I'm watching it, and I think it must be. Oh, that's good, Sal. That's good. But there were some nights, and it was all I could do. It was just like I was just crying inside, and something would happen, or somebody would say something. Michelle Witzke shared, I guess it was a year ago, like on the memories, and I saw her posted on her page as a memory. It was a year ago. It was April 11th, and it was a video, and I was doing it, and I remember going through that. And on April 11th last year, I knew that her cancer was back. And all I could do was say, keep people in, their prayers. Thank you for your prayers and all that kind of stuff. But like, I had to go on, and because she didn't want me to say anything, and I had to respect that. So, hi, Teresa. Teresa, listen. I need to tell you something. Oh my word. First of all, Teresa, thank you so much for all the wonderful things that you sent. Hang on, can you go get that? No, it's all right. He's in the middle of doing something. Teresa sent some. Listen, turn on the camera, please. So I have this. I use this shell here that you sent me. It's got the silver trim on it. Absolutely love it. I'm using that now. But the other one that you sent me is going to be absolutely perfect. I'm not going to show it because it might give away a little something for the new line when we get started. And with the new line, I'm going to use that other one. But don't say it in here. But it's the other container that you said I could use it to show things. It's absolutely perfect and the second part is that she sent a Noah's Ark, the wooden one. It's huge. And it's got the little thing that comes down, and the animals are like this big, and it's like a collector's edition. And the thing of it is, see, Mr. Argyle, he was the only one working. I was a stay-at-home mom. I left my career. I left all that. So I'd always, because his name was Noah, I always wanted to get a set like that. Well, you got 3 kids, you want salary, it wasn't practical. And then when we got to the point where, we could afford to go and get something like that. He's too darn old for it and would be looking at me like, really? So I never got around to doing it. So when you sent that, it's the most amazing gift. I'm going to write your name on the bottom. It's definitely going to be something. Hang on, because he was like, I said, listen, I'll keep it when you have children of your own someday, because that's how nice this set is. My grandchildren are going to play with it, and they're going to know there's a woman named Teresa Young that is out there that sent this to your Meemaw, and for your father, Hayon. So it's really a special piece. All the other little trinkets, the little lamp is absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait until I can get a lampshade and put on there. You really didn't have to. I mean, there's so much, and I did from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. You're so thoughtful in the things that you sent, and just know, I think you're amazing. I think all of you are amazing in here. Just really, really blessed. I gotta tell you, really, really blessed. Mr. Argyle was like, "What is this box? It's a big, heavy box." And then another one came, and then one came. They came different days. So, and the last point on this, Teresa, I don't know what you used to do, if you ever had a job in the moving business, but girl, you pack like a professional packer. That is no joke. I remember the last time when you sent stuff to sister, her and I were in there, and she was so weak, she couldn't really, get a hold of any, so I was helping. And Teresa has newspapers that are perfectly folded. Now I have, it's a thing over here. Like everything is packed so wonderful. There's like nothing got broken. There were glass pieces in there, fragile pieces. Nothing was broken ever. Teresa, you are one heck of a packer. And I know you've been called a lot of things, but you're a good packer. And I mean that in the sweetest, loving way. I was just like, oh my gosh. And Mr. Argyle was like, don't throw it away. So we're going to use it for the wood stove, starting, a little fire. Because it's really, we're in that stage like where it's like, it gets hot during the day, like warm during the day. You don't want the wood stove on, of course, because once that starts. But at nighttime, you just want a little something going on, when we're in the family room. So all that newspaper, even that's not going to waste. We're using that for, putting it in there and starting a nice little fire. You are so very much welcome. I wanted to give you someone that I knew would cherish them and take care of them. Oh my gosh, Teresa. And you know what? That's the word I was looking for. Cherish. Anytime that we receive things like that, I have everything that people have sent to us, and sister, and what a blessing. What a blessing. But I'm going to tell you, I'm super excited about that Noah's Ark thing because, like I said, we just did not have, when they were little and he would have enjoyed it, we didn't have the money for it. And then when we did, couldn't, he was like, he was playing with computers at 3 and 4 years old. So we would go, Mr. Argyle, pick him up alongside the road. People would throw him out and he'd bring them home and he would sit at the table with them and take them apart to understand like how the circuits and everything work. That's how I got interested in it. But it's just absolutely perfect, and I'm always taken back. Also, Flossie sent me, for my birthday, she had sent me a beautiful crystal dragonfly, and I have that upstairs in the family room. It's a very beautiful, special piece that she sent. Oh, Michelle, she's so... Teresa, you just have a heart of gold, sweetheart. So, so sweet. Heather, should I use a microphone? Can you guys hear me? Can you all hear me? Oh, okay. Heather was asking if I used a microphone. Sister wore a microphone. She always had it like here.
Yeah, you have your pin next to you.
Yeah, I have it here. I don't put it on. It's right here.
It's on top of the overhead camera.
It's on top of the overhead camera. Wait, they do. There's 2 each of them in there. Oh, I love you too. Listen, I told you I love you before you even gave like sent things. So I don't want you to think it's, I'm not one of those. My love doesn't have to be bought. I give love for you. Oh, I'm sorry, Heather. Yeah, so if somebody sees Patricia, let her know. She can choose. Maybe Twink can message her. Maybe you could do that, Twink. And then I can get it out into the mail tomorrow. All the packages are going out tomorrow from this week. I've been stuffing bags, going through stuff. I still have so much stuff. It's ridiculous. I don't think anybody's really talking too much. We have a small group in here tonight, which is fine. No matter what, ladies, you always know. You guys have actually become, part of our like family. Like I consider you family. I hear a lot of Pearl shows saying that. I can't vouch for them. I don't know their heart, but I know my heart, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And you guys have you've been here from the beginning with Sister and I, and gotten us through the worst possible thing in life. So thank you. Thank you, Twink. Hey, Tina. Oh, Nancy. This I try. I try. So listen, while we're just sitting here, I'll tell you about this lady that I met. I know you guys are like, shut up. So, leave the doctor's office, feeling good, going to go to Cracker Barrel. So I'm walking around there, and you all know, like, this is I live on this. This is my Pepsi, right? Good, bad, or indifferent, whatever. That's my problem. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to start. It's going to sound ridiculous and childish, but in Cracker Barrel, they have the Stewart's root beers, and like I used to get them for the kids, like it was a special root beer float night or something like that. So I got myself a Stewart's root beer. That was my celebratory drink. So I got that. But as I walked in, there's this woman standing there, and I say hi to everybody anyway. I'm like, hi, how are you? She was looking at the same thing I was looking at. And for some reason, she started talking about, everything's so nice in here, some neat ideas. She was talking about this giant checkerboard thing. I'm like, oh yeah, I had one for them, for my boys. They had the whole Atari, or I don't even want Nintendo. I can't keep up. I don't know what the hell they are. But they're, the video games. They had, cartoons. But we also had like the real basic games, like Shut the Box, and then the checkers and chess. They also played that. So I'm like, yeah, my kids loved it. They laid on the floor. It was a real cool, novel thing because they're big checkers. She says, I'm getting married next year. I'm getting married in June. I said, oh. She said, next June. Not this June. Next June. The fat chick and the bunny. So ironically, in my mind, I thought, oh, that's, sister's anniversary is June 30th, and it's also ironically Zach and Mariah's anniversary. They didn't know that they were getting married on the same day because they got married down in North Carolina, and sister was sick then. So anywho, I digress. She said in June, she's getting married, and she's getting married outside. I said, oh. I said, that'd be really nice. My sister got married outside, and she did. She had a beautiful log cabin, still has it. And there was beautiful flowers and arbor, the whole thing. It was gorgeous. We, until my brother threw a beer in the father's face, whatever, because that's the kind of family I roll with. And he wasn't even supposed to be there. But anyhow, I digress once more. She said, I bought flowers, artificial flowers, instead of real ones for the tables because at AC Moore they had them so reasonable. They were on sale, and I got hydrangeas. I looked at her and I said, my eyes just teared up. I said, hydrangeas were my sister's favorite flower. And it was hard. Like, we always, like, people were so kind, they would always send flowers. So she always had a vase with fresh flowers that we had. And she's like a really sensitive nose person, so like she loved to smell. Like right now, the lilacs are getting ready to start blooming, and like she would, get lilacs from my bushes. And but anywho, hydrangeas were a big thing, and it was hard finding real hydrangeas that were fresh. But whenever we could find them, we did, and she had fresh hydrangeas. And she says, "Oh," because I said they were my sister's favorite. I said, and for some reason, I just threw it out there because it's just coming to it's healing for me. I said she passed in November, and she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. How did she pass?" And I said, "Cancer." Well, then the woman started crying. She's hugging me, and she said, "I just found out I have rectal cancer." I was like, "Oh my gosh." She said, "I'm scared." And so we talked, and I gave her some advice, what I could. Told her I would pray for her. But it was just, and maybe, I don't know if the story's coming out like the way that I received it when it happened. I hope it is. But I try not to pass up an opportunity to talk to people. Because this world's full of like mean, nasty people. So if you have an opportunity to be nice to somebody, listen, it doesn't cost a thing to say hi or hold a door for somebody. And then she started talking more. She's concerned about the cancer treatment because of the pain, because she's a recovering drug addict. And I'm like, I'm a recovering alcoholic. I'm like, do you go to meetings around here? And she's like, I go to the NA, which I went to the AA, but she goes to the NA. So I talked to her a little bit about that and how I work my program, even though I don't go to AA anymore, and the reasons why. But she's been in the program for like 8 years. So we got into this whole sobriety conversation, and the cancer, the flowers, the sobriety, the whole thing. It was just like we were meant for some reason. Like she was having a real crappy day. Basically, I was there to celebrate. She was there just like a pick me up because it was just crazy. I know, Michelle, right? That's what I kind of think. No, I didn't exchange numbers with her, but I did put her on my Facebook. And oddly enough, this is the other thing. I usually leave my phone in the car because I hate to be in the store and somebody's blowing my phone up. When I'm in the store, I don't do it often because I don't like shopping. But when I do it, it's like therapy for me. Like I just need to get out, and that might mean talking to strangers, or maybe I don't talk to anybody at all. I don't know. I never know. But I leave my phone in the car. That time, I stuck it in my back pocket. I'm not a back pocket kind of person. But I did because I had my debit card in my pocket. I'm like, I'm not taking my purse in there. I'm just going to stroll around. And I had my phone. So I was like, are you on Facebook? And she's like, yeah. So she gave me her name. I typed it in and I sent her a friend request. I haven't heard anything. And that's okay. I didn't do it for that reason. But I hope she reaches out. I pray that, and I wish her well. It's a long haul. I mean, the kind that it is, they can't really do surgery, so they're going to start doing her radiation and chemo. So, there was a reason that we met. I don't, maybe it was just for that. Maybe it was just she needed to hear a positive message and know that, even though she's in recovery, it's okay, to take medication that's prescribed to you that's keeping you alive. The treatment is keeping you alive so that you can fight a deadly disease. That's not frowned upon in the program, and shouldn't be a concern. And I showed her and explained to her how she can be more accountable if she's really concerned about her sobriety. There's accountability methods and tools that she can use. So I shared them with her. So hopefully she makes out well, and we'll see. We'll see. I hope she reaches back out to me. Listen, I didn't give her my number because a couple years ago, and Hayon was with me, we were going to Save a Lot. And this woman like cut me off in the parking lot, and she's like freaking out and giving me the finger. And of course, I had to park next to her, right? So she got out, and we're walking up, and hey, I was like, "Mom, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing." I'm like, "Oh, I'm not." So she went to get a shopping cart, and so did I. And I just looked at her, and like I wasn't mean. I was just like, "Are you having a bad day?" Oh my gosh, she just opened up and was telling me way too much information. Trust me, she was having a bad day. So she was, I watched, and then we checked out, and then I saw her behind me in the line. She got done. I just went over and I handed my debit card. I said, "I got this." And I paid for it, and it wasn't much. I was hiding by the bananas, and they didn't come on. And I paid it. And she's like, "Oh, God bless you. You don't know. You know, you doing that, and it was just a hard up story, and it's not for me to judge. She had no reason to tell me all that, but it was okay. But anyhow, listen, I gave her my number, so she started messaging me, like texting me, and it's like, "Listen, I just did a good thing. Like, I wanted you to have a better day." That's what I told her. I said, "Listen, I didn't do this." She was like, giving me accolades I didn't feel like I deserved, and it was just like, "Listen, just go and have a better day. That's all." But she did that for like 6 months, and it was like I just did it. Let's get it over with. Keep it moving. I just told her, pass it on, pay it forward. So hopefully she'll do that sometime. I'm trying to read. Hold on, Heather. It's the small things that it's small things that count. I always try to help people. I seem to always want to help the little old frailies. Yeah, you can't help it. Can't help it. There seems to be so much jealousy and such sick and childish behavior with some of the pearl people owners. Yeah. There's a few really good shows with awesome people running them and great people that watch. Yep, that's true. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, no, she wasn't a serial killer. I mean, she was just grateful, and she was like, I don't know. The whole point is, I didn't want to give her my number because I kept thinking about that other lady from the the store, Save a Lot. I just couldn't do it. So I added her to my Facebook. I haven't even checked that. I don't even know if she's accepted it or not. She's 61. She did tell me her age. But it's going to be a long, hard haul. I just hope that she can make it to her wedding next June. Listen, if I get a funny feeling about somebody, I'm not that stupid. Although, I have found that if somebody makes me feel uncomfortable, if I confront them somehow, not confrontational, if I go ahead and just say, "Hi, how are you?" and I keep it moving, I feel more comfortable. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, I feel like if they're looking at me to consider doing something bad to me, maybe they'll change their mind because I was nice. I don't know. I don't know. So it is. It is. And until you get to the point in recovery that it actually becomes a lifestyle and you're not just following rules, like recovery is an entirely different lifestyle. It's a lifestyle choice. Like you have to choose to do things the right way. And like I always told my boys, make smart choices. Yeah, Michelle, 61. It's hard. But for me, like I have to be creative about my anxiety. I have to be creative about how I'm feeling about things. I need to learn. I'm still learning this, how to like let my true emotions go. So I applaud it. Listen, even the person with 1 day of recovery, you got that 1 day. When you go in, and you're going to a meeting, you have that 1 day, and they give you the coin. It's a 1 day coin. Listen, that person that you walk away feeling like you got a gold coin in your pocket, like legit gold. And there's really not that much difference between them and the rest of the people that are in those meetings. You did do it, Twig. You did. You've got to want to be successful at it. If you want to do it, you will do it. But if the person doesn't want it, you're just banging your head against the wall. When they do the countdown, what's that? Did I miss something? Oh, thanks, Sal. Listen, even like talking about my like health issues, like fortunately it was good news, but it's not anything to be ashamed of. Like, you know, even with being in recovery, it's not a shameful thing. And a lot of people don't want to talk about it because they're afraid of what people think. But you know what? Think about it. You didn't care what they thought when you were, you know, actively in your addiction of whatever it is. You didn't care, and then I can assure you they were saying much worse things than what they are now. So I try to speak as open about it as I can. Oh yeah, you know, yep. 1 year, 1 month, 1 day, then it goes by years after like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. It was 25 years in December. I went into my first rehab. Thanks, Sal. But it's a choice. It is. To become an addict, I'm not so sure it's a choice. That's debatable. I strongly believe there's genetics involved. You do choose to take a drink or a drug. That's your choice. You don't choose to become addicted and a slave to it. But once you get out and get that stuff out of your system, then the hard choices you got to make them. You got to stick by them. Hi, Cindy Rumney. How are you? Hi, Chris. Is Chris feeling better? Look, I pour my Pepsi in here. I never do that. That's why. It tastes flat. Took all my bubbles, all my psst went away. Oh, I was only on Monday and then tonight. And tonight I don't have any orders. I had the auction of Sisters Boots. And that was it. And I did the drawing. And Patricia won the drawing. For those that bought the Hi Donna! How are you? Yeah, Heather. That's true. Everything you said right there. Oh, nice. It is. Coding is it's as bad as you know, and that's like, you know, people get on me about smoking, and really, yeah, I do need to quit smoking, but I gotta tell you, it's harder than the alcohol was. And listen, I spilled more alcohol than most people drank in their entire life. It was just, and I didn't spill too much. But it's not anything to brag about. Well, my 2 older boys found out they have a very high tolerance for it, and I said, So they don't. Turned 21, they did the party thing for a little bit, didn't like it. Oh my goodness, okay, Donna, thank you. I look forward to getting it. It's like Christmas when I go to the mailbox now. It's crazy. I just quit smoking 3 months ago. Good for you. That's amazing. Good for you. I just haven't been able to do that yet. Yet. It's hard. Nicotine is a very, very strong, and it is a drug. Very, very hard to quit. I've tried all kind. I cannot take Chantix. I get suicidal thoughts. I get depressed. I can't take it. I tried it when it first came out, and then probably 5 years later, I tried it again. And then, like, I don't know, a few years, recently, couple years, I tried, because, you know, like, your body changes supposedly like every 7 years. Your body chemistry changes and all that. So I thought, oh, let me try it again. After a week, I had to stop. Good for you, Donna. Oh, right back at you, Chris. He makes me smile. You know. I will, Heather. Yeah, that's where I am, Michelle. No, I won't vape. I won't vape. I've read up enough on that. I'm not comfortable doing that. I feel like there's just as many health concerns and issues with vaping that I won't. Good for you, Donna. I couldn't. It made me crazy. And I'm half there to start with, so that just threw me totally over the edge. Yeah, when I was at the doctor's office, and it's kind of like with your weight. They ask you how much you weigh. And then you give them, you know, an approximate. And then you get on the scale. And Dr. O'Flynn, my OBGYN, there was something that had come up. Oh, she had asked me how long it's been since I've been to the OBGYN. And I said, well, she said, what, 5 years? And I said, yeah. Which it's been more than that. I said, listen, Doc, it's kind of like, you know, when you made me fill out that form out there and you asked, like, do you smoke and how much do you smoke? I said, I put a pack on there, a pack a day. Now, you know I'm lying, right? You know I'm smoking like a pack and a half probably. I said, because that's how we do. She gave me a high five. She says, exactly. She says, anytime anybody puts, like, you know, when they answer things like that, we always round it up because we know they're not going to tell the truth. So I was like, yeah, so 5 years since I've been to OBGYN. All right. Take your best guess, and, you know, and that's where we'll settle. So it was the same thing with the cigarettes. But it is what it is. Yeah, I've tried cold turkey, but you know what? I made this promise to the kids. When my kids start having children, when they have grandchildren, because I'm afraid they're not gonna let me be around my grandkids if I'm smoking. Like, I don't smoke in my son's house. I go outside on he has a covered porch, and of course he's got 2 of them rocking chairs from Cracker Barrel. I bought him a black one and a white one because it matches their house. So I sit in one of them and I go outside and smoke. But I don't want them. So of course, you know, I'm like I think I'm doing the right thing in saying that, and I'm going to do it. But you know, then they throw back at me, oh, well, you didn't love us enough to not smoke when we were little. Like, he's grinning over there, he knows. I'm like, seriously, guys, come on. Yeah. Cut down. I don't smoke as much as when I was here the last time. They make it really bad. Like, last time I was here, I was smoking 3 packs a day. But I'm down to 1.5 now. So instead of him scorning you, he's like, good job. Keep it up. And I'm like, yeah, Doc, I will. And it's like, ends the conversation. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't until, like, my kids got in school and they started telling teachers I do drugs. And because it's nicotine. Yeah, we went through that whole thing. All 3 of them come running home like they just learned something. Mom, do you know you do drugs? No, I don't. They're in kindergarten. Nicotine smoking, that's a drug. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I could be smoking worse, but listen, at least that's natural. He's looking at me like, mm-mm. There's no chemicals in it. Listen, I could grow it. I would know exactly what's on there. I wouldn't put pesticides on there.
Why do you think there's a
It'd be
filter
all
on that
natural.
stuff?
Huh?
You talking about your cigarettes or you talking about other stuff?
Other stuff, honey.
There's something else.
Well, it's not like you sit and you smoke a
Hey.
pack of those a day. That's
like
not how you do it,
driving.
honey.
They're like driving.
Huh?
They're like driving.
Oh, I could drive. With a little buzz, I probably won't drive as fast. I'll probably slow it down.
That's what they look for on the street.
I'll be the old lady. Let my hair,
Cloudy,
let all that
cloudy
gray
car.
grow back in. Be driving like 40 miles an hour. They'd be like, oh, she's
In
just
an
an
80.
old lady.
Or 60.
I'm like, no, dude, I'm stoned. You think I'm an old lady.
Probably see a puff of smoke come out of your mouth before you're over.
My daughter told me I wouldn't be able to be around. Yeah, Junie, that's what mine have said that. That's natural, yeah. Listen, Michelle, that's happened to me. That's funny. That has happened to me. Or I've like opened it and reached in and like in order to get to whatever it is that I need, because of course it's at the very bottom, I have to pull the what's out, and here's my cigarettes. There they are. Did you see what Jade said?
No.
Noah, if you all of a sudden have a big shed in your garden, she's growing it.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Mr. Argyle wouldn't let me do it. Listen, I do want to buy stocks in. I am looking into buying stocks in marijuana because that stuff, once the government figures out how they can regulate it better and make money off of it, stocks are going to go up on that.
I mean, people already start. So they legally are now selling cigarettes.
He's so cute when he says that. He doesn't say cigarettes. He calls them cigarettes. 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 Cigarettes.
Anyway, they're actually selling e-cigarettes in prisons legally.
E-cigarettes in prison?
Yeah. And they're safe because you can't reuse
No,
them
they're
as
not.
weapons.
They blow up in people's faces.
No. These are specifically made to be low voltage, so you can't shock anyone with it.
I
You
have
can't
one
do
up
that.
there.
No, it's different. Like you can bend these and break them, and they can't be reused.
Ah.
They're fully flexible, so you can't reuse them.
I'm fully flexible.
We're not gonna go there. But like these were made by.
Sister and I we're like double jointed. Not that there's anything double jointed doesn't really like exist, but because it's actually another condition, but we are.
Good listening.
Yes, Daddy. We stole me in the kitchen. I took my leg. He's behind me, and I took my foot up behind my back, and I like got Mr. Argyle. Yeah, Twink, that was one of the things when we first met. She's talking about smoking a fag, and I'm like, oh, exactly, Michelle. Exactly. You can't do that. Vaping causes popcorn lung. That girl on Mafia Girls. What was that? Jersey Mafia Girls. Whoever, Big Ange. She was a vapor, and she owned that bar in New York called Monkey Bowls or something. I don't know. But that's what she died from. She had popcorn lung. Joni's moving to Canada. Oh, Heather, I just saw that. It's all legal in Canada. What?
What? Vaping?
Not vaping. What? Hell no.
I don't know. You guys are
She's
like
talking about
flipping
marijuana
topics.
cigarettes.
You guys are changing topics like flipping light switches.
You should. Because we're flexible like that.
Please.
Mob Wives, that's it. God, I love that show. Just like Fanny means a complete different thing over here too. That's true. Yeah, I don't smoke fags. But I didn't realize that Canada had legalized all that over there. That's pretty good. Sal, monkey balls? Drunken monkey. There you go, Sal. I apologize for the balls. I thought it was monkey balls. Those are the things in the trees. In between somebody's legs. Mafia Wives, Drunken Monkey. The Drunken Monkey in New York. That was her bar. Big Ange. I loved her. I did. I loved her. She was tough. She was just, and she was a big girl, but she had her nails done and her makeup, and she had her lips plumped, and I wouldn't want to come up on her. Like I'd want her for a friend. But if she loved you completely. If she didn't like you, she didn't have time for you. But she would crack me up, and she's always, got the nails out here and talking. Fanny means, oh, that's your private parts? The road trip to Canada. Listen, Carolyn is pretty close to Canada. Like she's like the Canadian line is not far from where Cookie is and where they moved back to. So yeah, I'm not a ball fan, I gotta tell you. Popcorn lung, it's from the chemicals that are in the vaping things, and I'm sure people are gonna, get upset. Whatever, look it up. But the chemicals, like when you inhale it, they actually attack the lining of the lung, and it puts holes in your lungs. They call it popcorn lung. Yeah, that's what that is. Michelle, road trip. Yeah, I told that doctor, I said, listen, doc, because she's saying about laughing about bowls. I could do without bowls. I could also, I said, listen, can't we just take all this out? Like, I said, listen, postmenopausal, I have no desire to have children like my own. What do I need it for? And she said, no. Then you're going to want me to remove your breast because, your breast, breast cancer. And she says, how about your liver? Why don't we just take your liver out? Mm-hmm. She says, because you know what? You can get cancer in your liver. You know what? How about one of your kidneys? And I'm like, whoa. And she says, all right, just, you get my drift? And I'm like, yeah, I got it. Plus your insurance won't cover. They wouldn't cover that unless there was something like happening that was terrible that I'd have to have it removed. But I just feel like, why can't we just eliminate this? Just check it off the list, eliminate it, and I never have to worry about it again. Nope, can't do that. Oh, look at you, Joni. She's an hour and a half away. Ooh.
It's funny. Because when I went to robotics,
hi, Jean.
at robotics at the Turbo Center last year for Worlds, one of the mentors, so in case you don't know, the Turbo Center is right on the edge, and you stare out and you see the water, and you see Canada on the side. And the guy's like, oh look, it's the Delaware River. And people were just turning their heads do you know where you are? Like he was just being sarcastic.
Right.
Like he knew it wasn't.
Right.
But it was just the hilarious manner of it. Broke out.
Wow. Yeah, Michelle, I was just like, can you just take it out? Take it all out. All this. It's just taking up space. You'll probably lose a couple pounds. She said no. I was like, well, Doc, I tried. She says, and many before you have tried. So she's a mess. What you doing, bud? She's so messed up now that, because, Mr. Argyle, when he's working night shift, of course I'm not going to go to bed. I never go to bed at a regular time anyway. But, Oh yeah, she will not go to bed without me, so she's up. And her sleep schedule so whacked. It's just thrown off. Hmm. All right, y'all. So we did the thorns and roses. We'll do that again next time when we get together. And then we're going to have a show one. And this is one of the things I'm crocheting, but I can't tell you what it is. So this is not part of the product line, but it will be something that I'm working on. But I can't tell you what it is. You know, right of vaginal dryness that comes after I don't need that in my life. Oh, it says I've never had that issue.
You want to show off this water bottle?
Oh, get my cup. Go get my mug.
Wow.
This is Mr. Hayon's. This is his gift for himself from Disney World. The water bottle. One of them expensive ones. He got me a mug. He's so...
Should I get your mug? I'll get you that.
Yeah, he got me a mug. And he got me a keychain,
I
of course.
think this mug was well worth it.
The keychain is a Mickey Mouse head, and it has like the little charms inside of it. It was absolutely perfect. These kids, they're just like their father. They're so thoughtful and put a lot of thought into everything that they get. So he gives me this mug, and it has a picture of Up, you know, with all the balloons. Now, I do love balloons. I'd rather have balloons than flowers, because balloons just make me happy. But I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, that's so nice. He's like, turn it around, read it, read it. Oh, good night, Chris. Love you, buddy. I'm glad you're feeling better. So he got me this mug. Right?
You know what movie that's from.
I just sold him.
Oh. Really?
From the movie Up. So then, this is what it says on it. So I read it and I'm like, oh, that's nice. So he's like, no, Mom, did you read what it says on there? I'm like, yeah. And then I realized, bless his heart, I'm like, no, this is too much for me. I was just excited to see him, so I picked it up and, a couple of days later. I'm like, well, what did you mean by this? Adventure is out there. He says, that's for you. You need it. How did you put it?
I don't remember.
It was so thoughtful because he's like, you know, your life's not over. You know, there's still adventure out there for you. And I'm like, you make me cry. The kid's so thoughtful. All of them are. They all just have that. And of course, you know, then I cried. I was just happy he was home. I missed him. So it was a real sweet thing. It was very thoughtful, very sweet. I had it up there. I love that movie, but it really disturbed me in the beginning when I watched it in the movie theater. At the very beginning, when the old lady, she lost her baby. Like, that was inappropriate. They didn't need to go there. No, Heather. Oh. No, I'm not launching mugs. Listen, they're a pain in the butt to ship, so no. I gotta pack them. I got, you know, a whole thing. Mugs are just... No. Nice guess, though. Yeah, I'm not gonna give it a. It's just too precious to me. It's very it is. It's just precious to me. So I'm excited and I can't wait to have all the pieces together and be able to do that. Like I said, I had the name a long time ago. and I just wasn't sure. And then all of a sudden, everything came together.
It just clicked.
It just clicked. It literally did. Michelle, I used to collect mugs too. I know how to get rid of them. Yeah, Heather. It really means too much to me. I mean, it's just like when sister and I started, doing what we were doing. We didn't tell anybody, and you guys still didn't see her face. You never saw her without her makeup on. Even the one time when she was acting up and she had stopped over here, she was sitting in this chair, but she put a folder up so you couldn't see her.
And it drifted down.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so yeah, like, even I, of course, hey, on here, I ran it all by him, and I feel like he's on the same page as me with it, and Mr. Argyle is too. So I'm like, all right. And then Jade and Carolyn. But it's going to be. I hope that it's going to be worth the wait when you guys will see. Because I'm super excited. Can you turn that off? It's very distracting. Oh no, Michelle. Yeah, I used to have a lot of crystal back then when Princess House crystal was popular. And I collected snow globes. And it was when my oldest son was about 3 or 4. And I learned that snow globes are made very, very thin glass. Like paper thin, surprisingly. And he broke it. It was an Easter one, actually. And it was in the shape of an egg. And he broke it. No. Hang on, just brought this home to me from Disney. With a mug. Yes, Michelle, that's it. She had the tape and she drove herself over here. Oh my gosh. You guys could have seen that. I remember sitting here and her coming down those steps and I thought, oh my gosh. But the tape was always, that was always a good thing because that's when her pain meds were really working. Oh my gosh, it was funny. Listen, she'd be laying there, and then all of a sudden, I got the tape. And we'd be like, yeah! And so you just want to get up and dance. Because you knew she wasn't in pain then. And it would hit her in the craziest places. She'd act up in public. She'd yell, I got the tape! Her husband was like, she just gets this crazy look in her eye. Like, I could see it when it came on. I'd be like, oh, here she goes. No kidding, they have antifreeze in them? Oh my gosh. Snow globes. Well, I got rid of them all because, I wanted children more than I wanted crystal, and I got rid of all of the snow globes, all the crystal, all that foo-foo stuff was gone. That was more important. All right, you good people. I'm going to head off of here. Hayon and I are going to go up. I think we're going to finish watching at least season 5 of Game of Thrones. Got a couple more things I need to crochet up while I'm watching it. And we'll be back on Monday. No, he didn't. He had no idea that she had left. Oh my gosh. And we're like 3 miles from each other, but still. New video called me and she was feeding Jedi with a tape. She said Jedi is going to get milk from my breast. Oh my god. She was funny. Yeah, because her husband, he carried her from room to room. She didn't get a wheelchair, so she got the wheelchair the week that the biological mother decided to take me to court. And sister wanted to be able to come to court, and I was just like, I had to tell her, listen, I'll be fine, I'll be alright. And she got a wheelchair. She thought she was going to come and support me. And I'm like, no, I'll be fine. Because she felt like she was responsible, and it was a very, very difficult. Like, that was added stress she didn't need or I didn't need at that time. So God bless everyone. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna leave this on a happy note. This is, happy is the place that I'm in. Think about your roses and thorns, or thorn and roses, however you want. We're gonna do thorns first and then roses, and we'll go ahead and do that like the first 30 minutes or so of each show, just to connect, let wind down, and that way people know. Listen, if you order, the show starts at 7, but I'm probably not going to get to your order or start the orders until 7:30 because we're going to have this time, one-on-one. So with that, I'm going to bid you all good night. Have a great weekend. I'll see you again back here on Monday at 7 o'clock. And enjoy the weekend. Enjoy life. And know that you're loved, you're thought of, and you're prayed for. I love you.